Hey guys, it's Patrick R with TFB TV, and today we're out at the range with the Glock 19 Gen 4. This one in particular is my gun that I carry pretty often. I alternate between this and a SIG P320. Both of them kind of point the same for me. They both have the controls in the same approximate place, more or less. So the manual of arms is about the same, and the triggers feel very, very similar. I don't have a problem transitioning from one to the other. It seems to be pretty good. The P320 lives in my briefcase, whereas this one I generally carry on my person. But a little bit of history on this guy. The Glock 19 was introduced in 1988, and what it looked like they did was they introduced the 17 first, and then they took a bandsaw to it and lopped off some of the dust cover and lopped off some of the frame, and kind of made it look a little bit nice, threw a 19 slide on there and said, here you go. And initially, sales were a little bit slow. But with the Gen 2 guns, they became more and more prevalent, and they seem to fit a really nice role for security companies, police officers, specifically detectives, plainclothes officers, even concealed carriers. Found this to kind of be that, to use one of James's terms, a Goldilocks gun. It's just about right in terms of size. So, I mean, enough talk. Let's get out to the range and start shooting this guy.
With the introduction of the Gen 4 series of guns, there were some small improvements over previous Glock 19s, but it's still a fantastic firearm just like its predecessors, even though there were some teething problems. Now, this is a polymer-framed handgun where the slide rails are molded into a polymer frame, and that's kind of a difficult situation because if the polymer frame becomes damaged, then you have to replace the whole gun. One of the improvements they did make was a dual recoil spring arrangement on the Gen 4 guns over the Gen 3s. Now you'll see that it's got an enlarged magazine release and an improved texture, as well as 2 grooves to slide a back strap into if you choose to go ahead and step up the size.
All right, guys, so again, standing in front of the dilapidated trailer, that means it's time to go home and say goodnight to the Glock 19. This one in particular is a gun that I sent off to my friend over at TXT Custom Gun Works to have stippled, the finger grooves removed, and the trigger guard undercut. This allows me to get a little bit higher grip on the gun and makes it a little bit more naturally pointing for me. It's a great gun, and if you're looking for a compact 9, not that this is truly compact anymore since they've gotten pretty darn small, but it is very, very concealable. And it can double as a home defense gun or duty gun. And I mean, it really is a solid firearm for all of those uses. It really is a one-size-fits-all gun. It's a great option. It really is. Starting at right around under $600 and going up to just under $700 for some of the more special editions like the Vickers Tactical Glocks. I think it's a great gun. Yeah, you really should check it out. If I have to choose between this guy and the P320, my gut tells me I'm going to go this one. And a couple of those reasons are, you can get some of the cheap Magpul magazines. They're as low as like $12 for these things. And for range mags, they're great. Now, factory magazines, I just bought a mess of them for like $18 a piece. That's cheaper than you're going to find magazines for any other gun on the market currently that's not being closed out. The only other gun I've been able to buy magazines for that cheap was my USP Compact 9mm, and I bought them at closeout at a internet liquidator. So dollar for dollar, you can't beat the Glock 19 for performance, and all of you Glock haters out there just flat can't dispute that. Anyhow, if you're looking to pick one of these guys up, check out Proxy Bid. They have them pop up now and again, and they go for a pretty darn good price. So check them out, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.